Welcome to the YouTube channel, the Empowerment Dialogue for Fundraisers. I've been highlighting brief sections of the training courses that we offer at Empowerment Dialogue Academy. And I'm doing that to provide some insights that may help you in your one-to-one fundraising efforts. I hope we're accomplishing that. Thank you for the comments I'm getting back. I much appreciate it. The video today is going to discuss the hierarchy of commitment, a key part of training course number 4. The hierarchy of commitment becomes relevant after you have taken the prospective donor through the philanthropic decision cycle, which was covered in another video a few weeks ago. It's available on the YouTube channel. Even though people want to make the gift, there's natural hesitancy in making that final commitment. So we have to dig deeply into that process of how that resolve is finally created in the prospective donor to move ahead with the gift. And the goal then is to respectfully assist the prospective donor in moving past this hesitancy to a firm conviction. It's not a mystery, by the way. It is a simple application of sound science. Today is a limited snapshot. It would take hours to do the full course, obviously. It gives you a glimpse of what's possible in becoming an elite fundraiser. But first, I'm Ken. This is the YouTube channel Empowerment Dialogue for Fundraisers. We're committed to empowering fundraisers to empower others in pursuing their philanthropic dreams. This channel is a forum, so we welcome comments, challenges, suggestions. There's a subscribe button that is in the corner. Press it and you'll be notified of upcoming videos. And there's a thumbs up button which signals to YouTube that this fundraising discussion is important for other people. Let's now look at the excerpt on the hierarchy of commitment. The hierarchy of commitment. There is another process going on with every gift decision, and it is the result of System 1 thinking. Even if we have diligently followed the dialogues that make up the philanthropic decision cycle conversation and have received support from the prospect, we have to address the hesitancy by the prospect to take action. So the hierarchy of commitment describes dynamic, progressive levels of commitment by a prospect that will fall into these categories. The hierarchy of commitment. There are 4 broad types of hesitation. One, and it's really not hesitation, but the gift gets completed. There's still work to do. It's called stewardship, and we'll talk about that later. The next level down, you haven't quite got the gift, but people intend to make the gift. They haven't taken that final action, but they intend to. The language in these codings, and this is coding I'm giving you, in these codes is very important. So they intend to make a gift. The next level down is coded as seriously considering, or seriously consideration. Here people are likely to make a gift. And finally, there's casual consideration. This is the lowest level. They are agreeing at some level to make a gift, but they're saying things like, I might do that, or I'll think about doing that. There you get the full assortment of the hierarchy of commitment. But let's look a little more closely at each of these. For the completed gift, they are saying things like, I've made a gift, or they've signed a commitment or pledge form. We know from research that this is about a 95% probability of a gift if proper follow-up is done with people who say this. Pretty high probability. However, when people say, I intend to make a gift, the likelihood of their actually following through and creating the gift is about 70 to 75% probability. Next level down, seriously considering, people are saying, I'm likely to make that gift. Just give me a little more time, but I'm likely to do that. We know that that's about 35 to 40% probability. And finally, people who are casually considering, they are saying things, I might make a gift, or I'm thinking about making a gift. So hear the language, see how it gets softer? And that's about 10 to 15% probability. Now that's a snapshot in time. That's when you initially solicit a gift. What can we do to take people from this level to this level to this level to the next level? That's what training course number 4, in a large part, is focused on. It's moving people up the hierarchy of commitment. We'll get into a lot of detail about how to do that. These commitment levels show an increasing level of commitment by the prospect to complete the gift. The probability levels that indicate the likelihood of a gift completion have been proven in real-world practice. The goal, as I stated, is to move individuals up the hierarchy of commitment. There is a process for working with the hierarchy of commitment, and we'll look at a slide. These are also available, as all of these lists are, on PDF format for you. So this is the hierarchy of commitment process. First of all, consider time. Be flexible. The increase in commitment may take days, months, years, moving quickly or slowly. The donor has to find their way to moving to that next level of commitment. Keep in mind that you've already gone through the philanthropic decision cycle and system 2 thinking, intellectually, if you will, and somewhat emotionally. They want to make a gift, but they're not ready. Give them time. You have to cultivate them. And we use that term sometimes indiscriminately, but it is very precise. The prospect may need more data to clarify the gift, especially a large current gift. The fundraiser prefaces this cultivation by positioning themselves as helping the prospect make the right decision. In other words, you've built their trust. Then do a clear assessment of the decision level of the prospect. You have to know when you make that initial solicitation how they're feeling and how to code them on the hierarchy of commitment. We'll show you how to do that. Listen carefully to their language. I gave you some samples. There's a lot of difference between saying, I might make this gift and I intend to make this gift. Test the levels by stating what you think the level is and asking for feedback. I hear you saying that you intend to make this gift. Am I right? This assessment is invaluable because it will inform you whether more data is required by the prospect. Do they need more information? The timing of the follow-up. Sooner follow-up is required for higher levels of commitment. You go back to people more frequently. What type of intervention is required with power dialogues? Aha. Then you retest the commitment levels after any intervention and periodically over time. And we have a special dialogue to do that, and it's called migration dialogues. And that's part of migration dialogues are part of this training course as well. Always start an assessment with a review of the key dialogues from the philanthropic decision cycle to remind the prospect what they've already stated in their support of the mission and the case. And finally, deploy the power dialogues as required. That is the process of working on the hierarchy of commitment. So there was the excerpt on the hierarchy of commitment. And I'm sorry if it begs a lot of questions, but I thought that one little excerpt could just open the door to an understanding of the decision-making process that a typical donor will go through, not to decide to make the gift. We've already done that in the philanthropic decision cycle. But to actually take action, to get it into action, it requires an understanding of the levels of commitment and then how you work with those levels. These are powerful tools to secure major and planned gifts, especially planned gifts, because planned gifts are decisions that are made over time. We generally say 3 to 5 years to firm up a decision to make a gift in the will. And that's what we're talking about here. As usual, thanks for watching. We're hoping that these insights are being spread and enhancing our craft. Until the next video, as usual, good fundraising.